And we hear a lot about, as students, about keeping a really professional reputation, making sure our Facebooks are clean, don't tweet anything that we wouldn't want to tell our moms, any of that. How important do you think that the professional image that we project is?
It's very critical. I'm old school, as you might say. And when you go into corporate America, or when you go into the business world, they're looking for people that will adapt to the environment around them. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't be an individual, but you cannot enter a work environment and think you're going to change that work environment based upon what you bring to that work environment. The only thing that business people care about in that work environment is your performance. Not trying to change it, but your performance in the culture that you enter. So professional image and professional decor and all of those things are still just as critical today as they were when I was first coming out of school.
And while we're talking about reputation, I know you touched on it while you were speaking. Would you say you dropped out of the race because of the attacks on your reputation?
I did, because they were lies. They were false attacks on my reputation, and some of the journalists didn't do their job to find out and dig enough to find out that these attacks were false and they were lies, and many of them were fabricated because of the impact that it was having on my family. Not because of the impact it was having on me. I could have withstood it. But the impact on my family of constantly seeing the same story spun over and over and over and over and over. There was no new information. There were no new facts. There was no new nothing. But they wanted to continue to spin the story until ultimately I dropped out of the race. And I wasn't going to continue to put my family through that.
So what you're saying is the media was trying to get you out of the race?
Some aspects of the media were trying to get me out of the race. Absolutely, yes. And so they succeeded. Hip, hip, hooray for them. But here's the bad news. It didn't shut me up. I'm going to become even a bigger force with what I plan to do in the future to have an impact on Washington, D.C.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Cain.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.